Hello everyone, this is Mr. Shayan with you, an expert business and economics teacher, a qualified educationalist and a corporate trainer. Welcome to today's podcast. In this podcast, we will delve into something that impacts students everywhere: learning difficulties. We will explore what can make learning difficult and take a look at some common types of learning challenges such as dyslexia, dysgraphia, dyscalculia, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder (ADHD), developmental language disorder (DLD), ADD, and ODD. Imagine it's a regular Monday morning. Sun is out and a young student named Muhammad is in class. He is looking at the maths problem on the board, but it makes no sense to him. The teacher tries to explain, even his classmates offer him the help, but Muhammad just doesn't get it. He starts to feel frustrated and down on him. Now, let's pause here for a moment. Muhammad's struggle is not uncommon. Many students face similar challenges every day. But what exactly these learning difficulties are? Learning challenges come in many forms. Students can face difficulties with reading, writing, mathematics, attention, memory, and even organization. These obstacles can make the learning journey unique for each student. To succeed, they may need specific instructions to help them grasp the material. There are many wrong ideas about students who struggle in learning. Some think that if the student struggles, they can't get smarter. Others believe that only a few people have learning difficulties. Well, actually, it's quite common. Some people also think that if a student isn't doing well, it's because they are lazy. But in reality, learning problems are often caused by how the brain works, not only by the laziness. And while some people think that these problems go away as the kids get older, but usually they stick around. So also these issues can look different for each person and can affect adults too. It's important to understand that having a hard time learning doesn't mean that someone isn't smarter, or even I believe that they should have the equal chance to succeed in the school. Let's talk about some kinds of learning difficulties. Dyslexia is the most common learning disability, making up to 80% of the cases. It mainly affects how people process language, causing problems with speaking, reading, writing, and understanding words. People with dyslexia may have trouble learning with new words, using grammar correctly, understanding what they read, and other language skills. Dysgraphia is when people have trouble writing down their thoughts. They might have messy handwriting, struggle with spacing letters, or have trouble planning their movements. This makes it hard for them to write while they think at the same time. Dyscalculia, sometimes called mathematics dyslexia or maths dyslexia. It's a learning issue with mathematics. People with dyscalculia struggle with numbers, understanding maths ideas, and doing maths in their head. Things like counting money, reading clocks, and seeing number patterns can be hard for them. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. ADHD makes it hard for people to focus, control impulses, and stay concentrated. While ADHD is not exclusively a learning disability, but it can significantly impact a person's ability to learn effectively. DLD is when kids struggle with talking, understanding words, or even both. It's like the brain is having trouble with language. About 2 kids in every class might have DLD. It can make it tricky for them to make friends, follow directions, or do well in the school. But with some support, students can do better. ID affects how well someone learns and does everyday tasks. People with ID might learn slower or work in a different way. This could have trouble with reading, mathematics, writing, or solving problems. This might also need some help with the things like taking care of themselves and taking care of others, managing money. The level of support they need, it depends on how severe their ID is. ODD is a childhood behavior pattern where the kids frequently clash with the authority figures. Here is a breakdown of what it looks like. Children with ODD tend to argue with adults a lot, like parents, teachers, or anyone else that they see is in charge. They often break rules and instructions on purpose and can easily be annoyed or quick to anger. They might blame others for their mistakes and have trouble taking responsibility for their actions. Well, it is important to remember one thing: normal deviance versus ODD. Occasional deviance is normal in children, especially during their teenage years. ODD is diagnosed when these behaviors are constant and cause problems in everyday life. So, why shall we know about student learning difficulties? It's important to know about student learning difficulties. Well, teachers are the key to the student's life. When they understand and deal with the learning difficulties, they can make classroom where every student feels valued and helped. What about parents? They are the children's biggest supporters. When the parents learn about the child's learning difficulties or the challenges they are facing, they can speak up to the right help and use the right tools and making sure that their child do the best in their life. But listen, we are not finished yet. In our next podcast, we will delve into each learning difficulty, talking about signs, treatments, teaching methodologies, and more. So stay tuned for the top-notch educational and leadership podcasts and trainings. Thank you so much for watching.